Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, 1, 2. Oh. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Novak over to Gomboski. Gomboski steers it across. Over to Sharon with a shot. He scores! Goal call again? Okay. Majeski over to Coulter. Coulter back to Majeski with a shot, and he scores! Don't need the other ones? The following is a presentation of Black Bear Sports Group. Watch the entire 2025-2026 United States Premier Hockey League season exclusively on the new home of USPHL Hockey, Black Bear TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. And the most storied rivalry in all of junior hockey continues here on our cool December night here in Eastern Michigan as the 10-time and defending USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division champions, as well as the 4-time junior hockey national champions, the MetroJets, will face off against their storied rivals, the Toledo Cherokee. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck, soon to be joined by color analyst, Black Bear TV broadcast producer Matt Naiman. Tyler Naiman, as always, at the controls of the camera with all your visual aspects here at MCIA as we get set to go. These two teams obviously no strangers to each other. This matchup, the 5th meeting already of the season of 7 scheduled during the 2025-2026 season. The last time these two teams met was back on November 21st. Day 1 of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase, the MetroJets skating to a 3-2 victory over the Cherokee. So far this season, the Jets' record, 2 wins, 1 loss, no overtime losses, 1 shootout loss, while Toledo counters with a 2-2 record. But perhaps for the Cherokee, important to them, obviously, the 2025 Coney Cup champions back in November with the 2-game sweep on November 7th and 8th. As we check out the standings in the Great Lakes Division, as we get set for the 5th of 7 meetings this season between these two clubs, the Toledo Cherokee sit P1 in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, taking over first place in the Great Lakes with their 7-2 victory last night over the Fresh Coast Freeze. 19 wins, 3 losses, good for 38 points. Winners of their last 4, 9-1-0 in their last 10 games. That 1 loss coming into the hands of the Jets. The MetroJets currently sitting 4th in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. 16 wins, 4 losses, no overtime losses, 1 shootout loss, good for 33 points. They've won their last 3 and are 7-2-0-1 in their last 10 games. The Jets with 1 game in hand on the Cherokee, so this matchup very, very pivotal. As the chase for the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division standings continue, between the Cherokee and the Jets lies the Columbus Mavericks, who are 2nd in the division, 18 wins, 5 losses, good for 36 points, and the Red River Spartans, 18 wins, 7 losses, also good for 36 points. Tied for 2nd in the Great Lakes Division. The Spartans moving into that tie after their 8-0 victory last night over the Battle Creek Colonels. As both teams in the midst of warm-ups, we'll tell you that this matchup is the 56th meeting all-time in the USPHL between these two clubs. The Jets carrying a 39-10, 5-1 record, while the Toledo Cherokee counter with a 16-37, 2-0 record. This is the final regular season appearance of the 2025-2026 season for the Toledo Cherokee here at MCIA. The final 2 games will both be at Team Toledo Ice House on January 17th and again on February 7th. Now let's take a look at some of the players making an impact so far in the 2025-2026 season. And we kick things off with the MetroJets and your current reigning USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division Defensive Player of the Month for the month of November. He is the undisputed captain of the MetroJets, wears number 15. The 20-year-old from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, Jake Taylor, leads the team overall in scoring with a game, 2 goals, 35 assists on the season. So far for Taylor, picking up 4 assists in Wednesday's game, the last time the Jets played over the Fresh Coast Freeze, as the Jets skating to a convincing victory on Wednesday here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena by a score of 10-1. Taylor, your current points leader, overall as well as defensively, your highest scorer amongst forwards on the Jets roster. Where's number 20? The 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia, Luka Pivac. Pivac so far with a team high 16 goals as well as 16 assists on the season for the 20 of Luka Pivac. His second year with the Jets. Third on the team in scoring. Where's number 33 for the MetroJets? It is a 19-year-old from Muskegon, Michigan, Jackson Stone. Stone so far this season, 9 goals, 15 assists, 24 points on the season for Stone, who wears number 33 for the Jets. Second year forward. He is tied goals-wise with a gentleman currently tied for fourth on the team overall in scoring. Where's number 14 for the MetroJets? It is the 20-year-old from Lakeport, Michigan, Sutton Majeski. Majeski, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points on the season. He is tied for fourth on the team in scoring with a big man who wears number 51 for the MetroJets. It is the 20-year-old from Macomb, Michigan, Ryan Glomboski. Glomboski so far, 10 goals, 11 assists, 21 points in the season. As Matt Naiman joins us up here in the broadcast booth, looking spiffy, my man.
I know, man.
I know you've been busy today getting everything ready.
I was going to compete with Zeke, but he's not here.
Right. Yeah, we're missing Zeke Fravor today. He's normally joining us. We think he's scared. That's what it is.
He is. He is scared.
Well, let's go back a little bit. We're going to talk about Jake Taylor for just a little bit. Again, your USPHL Premier, Great Lakes Division Defensive Player of the Month. It is his 6th award of his career. What more can we say about Jake Taylor that hasn't already been said?
Nothing. I mean, he's just a all-around player, can play both ends of the ice, does it really well, holds the blue line, and just the reason why he's the captain, the leadership that he brings to this squad and the whole organization, for that matter, is unbelievable. He's a great guy.
So Jake made me go down a rabbit hole the other day. Jake Taylor, overall in MetroJets hockey franchise history.
I remember you saying something about this, yeah.
Taylor is third all-time in MetroJets history in assists with 118 assists. He trails only Matthias Tellstrom with 126 and the great Anthony Sonato with 170.
Yeah, man, do I remember Sonato. Oh, boy. But I'll tell you what, he keeps this up this season, that could be in jeopardy. It really could.
It's a tall task.
It is a tall task, but
he's got to get 52 assists
in
approximately 30 more games.
He's not a selfish player.
No.
That's what's going to give him the benefit. I mean, even to be in that category of the top assist leaders within the organization is just, it's tremendous.
And answering the call-in goal this afternoon, where's number 82 for the MetroJets? It is the 20-year-old from Zvolen, Slovakia. It's Jakub Opcheka. Opcheka, 3 wins, 2 losses, no overtime loss, 1 shootout loss, a .257 goals against average, a .905 save percentage for Opcheka. And he has seen the Toledo Cherokee a time or two, hasn't he?
Oh, he has. He has, and he's one heck of a goaltender. He's got one of the fastest gloves I've seen since we had Epramov. Epramov had a fast hand, but he's got a fast hand as well. But he does a really, really good job controlling the puck, controlling his rebounds. He does a fantastic job.
He is 1-0-1 against the Toledo Cherokee with a .920 save percentage. He'll get the call today against the team to our left, who called the Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio home. It is the Toledo Cherokee, the new leaders. They're P1 on top, the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division.
And so far this year, Toledo's had the Jets' number. They really have. They've been some fantastic games. None of them have been a blowout.
No, they have not.
Really, really tight games, fantastic games, some good hockey. So you guys watching, you're in for one heck of a game here today, I'll tell you that.
And leading the way is the 20-year-old Toledo native. Wears number 8, Trevin Johnson. Johnson, 23 goals, 20 assists, 43 points on the season for Johnson. And Johnson, a Toledo native. If anyone knows how important this rivalry is on the Toledo side, it's Trevin Johnson.
Yeah, he does. He's been around. He's been in the area forever.
Yep.
And, he's obviously a very, very good, big asset for this Toledo Cherokee club.
Second, the team in scoring. Wears number 22 for the Toledo Cherokee. The 20-year-old from Sylvania, Ohio, Jake Myers. Myers, 16 goals, 22 assists, 38 points on the season. He is already 4 points ahead of his total point output from 1 year ago.
Yeah, Myers is another one of those players that he just open up every year. That young man gets better and better and better. And I'll tell you what, Toledo's loving it right now.
Third in the team in scoring is also the third highest active player in USPHL Premier points history. It is the number 71, the 20-year-old from Channahon, Illinois, Cameron Krause. Krause, 15 goals, 20 assists, 35 points on the season. And again, I want to repeat myself, amongst active players all time in USPHL Premier history, Cameron Krause is in position number 3.
Yeah, and Krause is just another one of those guys you'll hear us call his name time and time and time again out there on the ice. The young man's always involved in the play, scoring goals, getting the apples. He does a great job.
Fourth on the team in scoring, wears number 9 for the Toledo Cherokee, the 20-year-old from Andover, Minnesota, Brendan Hammer. Hammer so far this season, 12 goals, 12 assists, 24 points on the season. He has already eclipsed his total output from last year times 3.
Yeah, Hammer, my gosh, that young man does, he ate his Wheaties over the summer. That's all I got to say, because he has turned on a switch. And I tell you what, the starting lineup for Toledo, I mean, you might as well just call it the lethal lineup. I mean, because that's exactly what it is.
Fifth in the team in scoring is the highest scoring defenseman on the roster. Wears number 27, the 19-year-old from Brownstown, Michigan. It is Jay Cormier. Cormier, 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 points on the season. We sing the praises of Jake Taylor on that blue line for the MetroJets. Equal billing should definitely go to Jay Cormier on that blue line for the Cherokee.
Yeah, the two of them are very, very, very comparable. I mean, they both hold the line really well. The veteran leadership, I mean, you'll hear us. That's another player. You'll hear us. Cormier will be involved in something every single time he's out on the ice. He's not a quiet player. You know he's out there.
Answering the call in goal here this afternoon for the Toledo Cherokee, wears number 33, the 20-year-old from Trenton, Michigan, Daxton Lasidi. Lasidi, the workhorse goaltender for the Toledo Cherokee, 10 wins, 3 losses, a .203 goals against average, a .926 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the season. He was the goalie of record yesterday in their win against the Fresh Coast Freeze.
Yeah, between Lasidi and Upcheka, man, this we should have ourselves a true goaltenders duel here today, a big one. You got 2 heavy-duty goaltenders going at it, some of the top in the league going at it here today. This is going to be fantastic, and it's unfortunate I'm not going to be able to watch the whole game.
I know.
I'll be watching it on my phone, but not going to be here.
Lasidi has appeared in the previous 4 games against the MetroJets. He is 2-2. And Lasidi, Kenny Miller likes to do this. General manager, head coach of Toledo Cherokee. He finds that stud goaltender and
every year
calls on him time and time again.
Every time he rides them as when he's ready to go, and his goaltenders that he picks up, he always manages to find, like you said, at least one stud every single time, and which is just part of the reason of the success of this Toledo Cherokee team.
With that being said, you've been listening to the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. For all of your oral surgery needs, from facial trauma reconstruction oral pathology, pre- and post-prosthetic surgery, and more. Dr. Robert John, an oral and maxillofacial surgeon, offers a full scope of oral and maxillofacial surgical procedures. With almost 25 years of experience, Dr. John brings a unique combination of medical expertise, precision, and compassionate care to the practice. Learn more at TroyOralSurgery.com. Coming up next, Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview. Locations throughout the Metro Detroit area, including one less than a mile down the road from us here at MCIA. Get your morning started right for a quick pick-me-up during the day. That's Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. Standing to my left,
Hey.
Club, Mr. Pete Kamick. Always a pleasure to have you with us. And we've been joking all week. You know, Matt and I figured it out. You're tired of that 75, 78-degree weather down in Florida, so you wanted to come up here this week and experience some 8-degree weather, didn't you?
Well, you know, it is 80 degrees in Tampa today.
Right.
But that tells you how important this game is.
No doubt.
To be here instead of 80 degrees in Tampa, it's worth it.
No doubt about it. You know, you've been with the MetroJets for ever since I've been here, obviously, and again, it's always a privilege to put on the Jets logos, whatever the case may be. So thank you for that, by the way. My 5th year already. Can you believe that?
No, I can't believe that. But it gets better every year. Somehow you figure out to take it up a notch every year.
God.
So who knows in another 10 years where we'll be.
All right, here's a credit card for it.
Okay,
no, I'm kidding. But as we look into the 5th meeting of 7 this season between the MetroJets and Toledo Cherokee, as the owner of the MetroJets, how important is it to you, this rivalry between the Jets and the Cherokee?
Well, it's extremely important because I think it raises the level at the entire league. Right? You have a rivalry here that goes back over 20 years. So, you know, that is a real history that's very meaningful. It always helps us get to a higher level, helps Toledo get to a higher level. It raises everything. And you look at the division this year, the parity's like it's never been before, right? We're all fighting it out. Every point is critical this season. So, I mean, it just does not get any better than this.
Right now, at the moment, the Toledo Cherokee taking over the division lead in the Great Lakes Division with their win last night over the Fresh Coast Freeze, 7-2. They have 38 points on the season. The MetroJets currently sitting 4th. They have 33 points. The two teams above the Jets, the Columbus Mavericks and the much-improved Red River Spartans, both teams much improved.
Yes.
They're tied for second with 36 points. So you look up and down at standings, 1st through 4th are separated by just 5 points.
Yeah, and that has never happened before. And so it, again, makes this season very exciting. Every game is very meaningful for the rest of the season. None of these teams can really afford a loss, right? And so, and there are not a lot of head-to-head games left among these teams. So it's going to be a real interesting spring, that's for sure.
And this is a pivotal game for both clubs, not only for the fact that it is Metro versus Toledo, but after today's game, both teams head to Summit Ice Center in Lockport, Illinois for the 2025 USPHL Chicago Showcase. The Jets come back for a home game against the Battle Creek Colonels, take the Christmas break, and then we all come to your house
right.
for the 2026 USPHL Tampa Showcase. So all that to say, this game is extremely important.
Well, and, you know, Metro has a tough schedule at the Chicago Showcase and a very tough schedule at the Tampa. As Metro always does, right?
Always.
I'd rather play a harder schedule and end up 2 points behind in the standings at the end of the season, because those difficult games are what build the character, build the skill that'll take you into the playoffs. So it's worth it, and we'll always go for the toughest games we can get.
Yeah, again, like next week, games against the top 3 teams in the USPHL Premier North Division. The league-leading Minnesota Squatch, the Minnesota Blue Ox, the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. Oh, by the way, one of the hosts of the Chicago Showcase, the Chicago Crush. I mean, those are character builders, aren't they?
Yeah,
and they
absolutely.
help you when you're playing games in March.
It helps so much, and it's not, you know, it's expensive. It's tough to schedule all those hard games during the season, go out of our way to find the toughest competition. But it helps the team in the playoffs, but it also helps the players. You develop so much better in those tough games, right? We all know no matter what you do, you learn more with your loss, whether it's business or sports or whatever. You learn more. So those tough games are what, I think makes a big difference. And I support Justin 1,000% in coming up with these tough schedules, even if occasionally you're not happy with the result on a particular night.
Yeah, speaking of tough schedule, that Tampa showcase, my goodness. The Jets play the host, the Tampa Bay Juniors, an always exciting game against the Florida Eagles.
Yes.
Then you got the Carolina Junior Hurricanes and the upstart, vastly improved Coral Springs Junior Cats.
I don't know what to expect with that team. And
well, it's the old Bowl City Battalion team for the most part.
I've got to get over to the Tampa rink and see them in person before the showcase. But that'll be really interesting, because now you're playing someone you really have no idea what you're gonna get into. So that's gonna be super exciting. It's always a great week at start the year off, and we're really starting the year off this year with that showcase starting on January 2nd.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, Pete, thank you so much for your time. Always. Thank you so much. It is an honor and a privilege to wear this logo, and I can't thank you enough. And let's have some fun tonight, shall we?
Yeah, thank you and the whole broadcast team. It's always great that we have the best there is.
Appreciate it, Pete. We're going to take a short break, come right back for pregame ceremonies, opening drop of the puck. You're watching MetroJets hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. A little Saturday afternoon USPHL Premier Hockey League action here at MCIA, and features the MetroJets, who will face off against the Toledo Cherokee. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club upon the flight deck, alongside Matt Naiman, our Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst. Tyler Naiman, as always, at the controls of the camera. And a little bit later on today, we will see the sweet, lovely, and formidable Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar. Yeah?
As she stalks her come on.
No, that's not till the end of the first period.
Oh, okay. Well,
she ain't stalking yet.
Well, she's got to be.
She should be soon.
Yeah.
She will after the end of the first period.
Okay,
She'll stalk her victim, her prey.
Okay.
But she's also a member of the United States Figure Skating, USFS. Whether your focus in figure skating is individual, competition, contest, or recreational, MCFAC is for you. All these opportunities, as well as becoming a part of the Spirit family of figure skating, are available to you when you become a member. Let's jump into the Golden Greek scratches for the game. Before and after the game, located right across the street from us here at MCIA, the official restaurant of the MetroJets Hockey Club. The scratches first for the Toledo Cherokee. Scratch number 7 of Nick Van Tegum. Scratch number 10 of Nathan Sparks. Scratch number 17 of Casey Ford. Also scratch number 23 of Trent Mercer. Scratch number 39 of Nixon Bartlett. And scratch number 92 of Jimmy Monks. For the MetroJets, scratch number 7 of Aiden Hartzell. Scratch number 18 of Corey Anderson. Scratch number 26 of Jaden Provencher. Scratch number 30 of Philippe Hall. And scratch number 40 of Gianluca Varelli. Coming up here in a little bit, the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. The Metro Junior Jets, Mount Clemens Hockey Club, offer Little Jets Learn to Skate program, house and travel hockey programs for girls and boys. The Junior Jets are also the only organization in Michigan that fields a parent Junior A hockey program. Matter of fact, there's 3 of them here at MCIA. A true development ladder of some of the most experienced coaches in Metro Detroit. It is the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization. It's been a full day for the Metro Junior Jets. It's been going at us since about 8 o'clock this morning on both
it
rings.
has. I mean, Coach Howie was out there this morning. That's why he couldn't make the breakfast that we had this morning, thanks to the local church down the road there from the dorm.
You stole my thunder. I was just getting ready to say something. Gosh darn it.
Well, yeah,
that's
brought
all right.
up the
That's
Junior
all right.
Jets and Howie, and that's why he wasn't going to be. That's why.
Big thanks to the Living Word Fellowship Church there up in New Haven, right out there on New Haven Road. Hosted the Metro Jets Hockey Club for a little fellowship breakfast this morning and a little testimonial there. That was really super cool. You know a little bit more about the Living Word Fellowship Church.
Well, they're just a local community church. They got a lot of different groups. Some for the kids. They have stuff just for the adult men, just for the adult women. They have family stuff. Dinners on Wednesday. You go to the service on Wednesday at 6. You get dinner.
Well, I'll tell you,
it's a wonderful place.
This morning's testimonial convinced me to go to tomorrow's service in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there tomorrow. I've been looking for a church ever since I moved back up here to Michigan. I think I found one. I really do.
Fantastic group of guys. I mean, they do a whole heck of a lot for the community. We hosted their Trail Life Boys here last year for a fundraiser. That's one of their groups, one of their many groups they have out of there, and that's the equivalent. It's a church-based group, Boy Scout group, pretty much is what it equates to. But with the multiple groups that they have there, we're going to put together a full church group fundraiser here at MCIA for them, and it's kind of a you pat my back, I pat yours, and we'll help them out.
And they'll pray for you too.
Oh man, it's great. I mean, they held a little prayer there for the boys in the game here today, and just a fantastic church.
Yeah, really looking forward. I'm glad I said I'm going to the service tomorrow. I think I'm going to go to the men's group on Wednesday to kind of check it out. Like I said, ever since I moved back up here back in April, I've been kind of trying to find a church that I feel you know how it is hard to pick a church. It really is.
It really is. And you walking in there and doing that, seeing what they got there, how they handle things, what they do, what they're about. Yeah, I mean, it's just I do everything I can for them over there. Mark Blair, he's one of the realtors we work with the title company, and he's a member there, and he's actually the one that helped put all that together.
Very, very cool. So let's jump into the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. And first for the visitors, out of Toledo, Ohio, it is the Toledo Cherokee. And starting at center, the 19-year-old from Toledo, Ohio, the 77 of Charlie Nolette. On his left wing, it is the 20-year-old from Toledo, Ohio, the number 8 of Trevin Johnson. And on the right wing, the 20-year-old from Sylvania, Ohio, the 22 of Jake Myers. Starting at center, the 20-year-old from Potsdam, New York, the 19 of Ian Ingersoll. Along with him on the blue line, the 19-year-old from Brownstown, Michigan, the 27 of Jay Cormier. And starting in goal, the 20-year-old from Trenton, Michigan, the 33 of Daxton Lasidi. General manager, head coach of the Toledo Cherokee is Kenny Miller, his 13th season behind the bench for the Cherokee. For the Metro Jets, starting at center, the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, the number 3 of A.J. Zaccani. Starting on his left side, on the left wing, the 20-year-old from Tecumseh, Ontario, Canada, the 92 of Evan Cote. On his right wing, the 20-year-old from Lakeport, Michigan, the 14 of Sutton Majeski. Starting on defense, the 18-year-old from Macomb, Michigan, the number 5 of Chase Martin. Alongside him, the 20-year-old from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, the captain, the number 15 of Jake Taylor. And starting in goal, the 20-year-old from Zvolen, Slovakia, the 82 of Jakub Babcheka. Head coach of the MetroJets is Jamie Lovell, his 10th season behind the bench, being assisted today by Jake Howie and Danny Vanderweel. As we have the sweet tones of Matt McKinder on the PA today here at Mount Clemens.
See, we got one of the little guys out there today.
Indeed we do. Landon McDonald from the 2017 Metro Junior Jets. The flag bearer here today.
Those young kids have so much fun out here.
Yes, they do.
Hanging with the guys.
I keep kidding Sarah Vassar about our flag bearers. I want a flag bearer, an actual bear. That's what I want. She says she's going to work on it for me. A flag bearer. So Evan Cote with Majeski and Zaccani will be a starting line. And, of course, again, congratulations to Jake Taylor, USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division Defensive Player of the Month for the month of November. His 6th Player of the Month award of his stellar career. As we pause for the playing of our national anthem. Pre-game ceremony is complete. National anthem is played. It's time to play some USPHL Premier hockey on a Saturday afternoon here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Your referee is Tyler Burnett. The linesmen are Richard Gilmore and Brian Vanderlinder. As the MetroJets, of course, are the home team wearing the home blues, the white and red trim. They'll be skating right to left on your television screen with a Toledo Cherokee, who call Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio, home about an hour 15 minutes south of us here. Down I-75, get off the Alexis Road exit, go about 4 miles and make a right, and you're at Team Toledo Ice House. They are the road team today, wearing the white uniforms, black shoulders, gray and red trim. They are skating left to right on your Black Bear TV dials. We get set to go. We are underway. 56th meeting all time in the United States Premier Hockey League between the MetroJets and the Toledo Cherokee. Cote with a shot deflected by Majeski. Got it past Lasiti, but it went over his head on the back wall. Comes back over, picked up by Zaccani and knocked away. And here comes Jake Myers for the Cherokee. Feeds it up to Nolette. Nolette. Double team there by Jake Taylor as well as Chase Martin. Feeds it across to Jake Cormier with a shot. Blocked by Zaccani. And got it out of the neutral zone. Picked up by Edwards over to Nolette. Charlie Nolette joining the Toledo Cherokee just prior to the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase. And he has the puck now. The 19-year-old Toledo natives sends it in on Babcheka, who leaves it there for Chase Martin. Martin now with a puck off the stick of the 9 of Brendan Hammer. And it comes back to Jackson Stone, who kicked it over into the neutral zone. Teague Lasiti, the younger brother of goaltender Daxton Lasiti, sends it in. Upcheka will play it himself for Luca Pivas, knocked away. Puck comes back across there with a shot by Hammer, goes up high and wide. Martin pressured there by Hank Davis. Jackson Stone had it, lost it. Chase Martin bails him out. Here comes Martin the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Picked up by Evangelista, but it was offside with 18:33 to go here in the first period.
Well, I can tell you what, right now, this is going to be a game of who blinks first.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's going to be it. This has always been a very, very, very tight game. And, man, it's tense from the moment they drop the puck.
Oh, no doubt. Every MetroJet Toledo Cherokee game always is. And this one, no exception. This is the final regular season appearance of this season, Matt Naiman, by the Cherokee here at MCIA. The final 2 meetings of the regular season, both at Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio. And McFournier with a shot into the glove of Daxton Lasiti. Now let's meet Daxton Lasiti, the standout goaltender for the Toledo Cherokee. 10 wins, 3 losses, a 203 goals against average, a .926 save percentage, 2 shutouts this season. Last year started with the Cherokee, then went to the Mercer Chiefs in the USPHL Premier. Played 13 games for the Chiefs, 275 goals against average, .923 save percentage for Lasiti, the former Bell Tire Hockey Club product. And we both know Matt Naiman, Bell Tire, that is a potent youth hockey organization out of Taylor, Michigan.
A lot of good players out of that organization right there, and you'll see plenty of them throughout the USPHL.
Kind of a cool rink, too. Taylor Sportsplex there in Taylor, Michigan. Really like the place. They could, in theory, they could host a junior hockey program there.
Yeah, all day long.
The arena's definitely, it has the capabilities. Picked up by Nolette with a shot up high and wide. Bouncy puck right in front of Upcheka. Knocked away by Gabe Outman, now to Ryan Gomboski. Gomboski feeds it back. Collected there by the 19 of Ingersoll. Feeds it up to Ethan Gray, the former Motor City Gambler. Gabe Outman feeds it back to Enric Fournier. Fournier off the boards, kept in. Neutral zone by Catalano, who sends it in. Upcheka will leave it there for Fournier. Fournier off the boards, goes down into the neutral zone, all the way down the Cherokee end. Zach McCoyan, also a player joining the Cherokee right before the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase. McCoyan, the 20-year-old from Middleton, Wisconsin, coming over from the Sioux Eagles, the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League. Feeds it up to Nolette. Nolette brings it in. Up with a shot. Save made. Kicked away by Upcheka. And Toledo coming out fast and furious. Edwards, little sidestep with a shot. Goes just wide on Upcheka. And picked up by Joel Patterson of the Jets. Patterson feeds it across over to Tyler Fleming. Fleming now behind his own net, getting things sorted out and settled down. Up for Patterson, off the boards. Edwards keeps it in. Nice play there by Edwards. Fleming feeds it back for Isaac Bonk. Cameron Krause is right there. Krause collects. Knocked away from him by Majeski. And Landon Edwards will grab it. He'll send it right back in. Picked up by Isaac Bonk. Cameron Krause hitting a milestone today of sorts. We'll talk about that here in a second. Picked up by Hartzell. Hayden Hartzell. Had it knocked away there. Picked up by Zaccani. Zaccani got it on the neutral zone for Majeski. As Klaber. Logan Klaber, the 20-year-old from North Royalton, Ohio, sent it across. And picked up by Majeski. Majeski off the boards. Kept in by Krause. Krause now over to Brendan Hammer with a shot on the side of the net. Picked up by Krause. Over to Klaber. Klaber winds up and fires. Was blocked in intentionally by Hank Davis, his teammate. And comes back to Hammer. Knocked off the puck by Fleming. Hartzell knocks his man, but picked up there by Chase Weimer. With a shot, bouncing puck goes wide. As Zaccani, as Hartzell and Krause intertwined. I'll tell you, Matt Naiman, Toledo coming out like a house of fire here in this first period.
Yeah, they have been. They had a good. That was a good 2-minute stint there, right there in the Jet zone. That the Jets could not get it out of the zone, That's something you cannot do with this Toledo Cherokee team. They will make you pay.
Here comes A.J. Zaccani, knocked off the puck there by Jake Cormier. Nice defensive play by Cormier. We talked about in the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show, we're singing the praises of Jake Taylor, but Jake Cormier is making a case as one of the top defensemen in the league as well.
Yeah, and that's exactly why right there.
Puck comes across, Bobby Lease with the puck. Lease looking for somewhere, finds, shot, and scored! Beautiful feed by Bobby Lease to Landon Wharton. And the Toledo Cherokee strike first. As Landon Wharton, the 20-year-old from Rock Springs, Wyoming, his 8th goal of the season, and the Toledo Cherokee strike first. They lead 1-0.
Wonder if Zeke's listening.
No, he's got Toledo Mobsters hockey going on. I think the requirement in that league is you have to drink 2 beers before you start playing.
Yeah, Zeke might have fallen out of his chair.
Yeah, maybe. Landon Wharton opens up the scoring for the Cherokee. Here comes Evangelista over to Outman. Knocked away there by McCoyan over to Wharton. And comes back in the neutral zone. Picked up by Enric Fournier. It was Landon Wharton, his 8th goal of the season from Bobby Lees and Jamison Rose at 5:56 to get the Cherokee a 1-0 lead. I was getting ready to go to grab the mic. And
there's no mic there, man.
No, we got Matt McKinder here today. So Wharton is 8th from Bobby Lees and Jamison Rose at 5:56.
So right now, Toledo scoring on their 3rd shot on goal. They were able to put that one back behind Upcheka.
Bouncing puck on Upcheka. Leaves it there for Chase Martin. Martin out to Aiden Sharon. Sharon backhandles it over to Fournier. Now back to Sharon. Here comes Aiden Sharon over to Gabe Outman. Outman knocked off the puck there by the 81 of Logan Klaber. And puck sent over the head of Weimer. And collected by Tyler Fleming. He feeds it back over to Jake Blum. Blum now to Evangelista. Avoids a check by Klaber. Owen Coulter comes in. Checked in the boards there by Weimer. Toledo, as they always have, Matt Naiman, they like to throw the body. A very, very physical team. But they can play that finesse game too.
Oh, yeah, they can.
Shot there, save made by Upcheka. Bouncing puck there as Trevin Johnson had an opportunity. Fleming feeds it up. Too far for Glomboski, and now Nolette grabs it. Charlie Nolette, long stretch pass to Jake Myers. Looking for Johnson. Pressured down off the puck by Jake Blum. Coulter battles there with Myers. Nolette grabs it for Johnson for Ian Ingersoll. Ingersoll over to Cormier. Jake Cormier sends it over to the corner. Jack Myers is there. Knocked away, now Ryder Novak grabs it. Novak backhandles into the Cherokee zone, being chased down by Ingersoll. Nolette grabs it. Up to Cormier. Jake Cormier feeds it up to Nolette. Offside, the call. 12 minutes even remaining here in the first period.
This is right where the game where we thought it was going to be. It's been, the Toledo Cherokee have taken, I think, most of the offense, but Jets seem to have gotten it back a bit. So we're back to some good back and forth hockey. The Jets just need to find some. They need to find some space. They need to find some open ice. The Toledo Cherokee right now are just not giving them any room to move.
No, they're not at all. As Landon Wharton striking first at the 5:56 mark of the first period to give the Cherokee a 1-0 lead. Both teams coming off wins over the Fresh Coast Freeze. The Jets defeating the Freeze on Wednesday 10-1, while the Cherokee defeating them last night at Team Toledo Ice House by a score of 7-2. As Cameron Krause for Hammer. Knocked out the puck there by Enric Fournier. He gets it out of the neutral zone. Zach McCoyan up to Krause. Over to Caleb Simpson, knocks it away from him. Picked up by Evan Cote for Zaccani. Simpson bails out his teammates. Picked off by Krause. Krause with a turnover and a shot. Save made by Upcheka. And here come the Jets the other way. A.J. Zaccani. Big stop there by Upcheka. Zaccani brings it in. Knocked to the outside by McCoyan. Almost picked off there, and now Jamison Rose grabs it. Rose now to Bobby Lease. Lease now pressured there by Sutton Majeski. Over to Jace Weimer. Weimer, the all-time leader in penalty minutes in USPHL Premier history. Zeke kind of laughs at me every time I say that.
Yeah, he's a very, very physical player, and at times that gets him into trouble.
Yes. 494 career penalty minutes for Jay Cormier. He's inching closer to that 500 mark.
That's one record I wouldn't care to have.
It's an interesting record. I mean, to say the least.
It is.
Picked up by Jackson Stone with a shot in front of scores! Luka Pivets ties it up for the MetroJets. Luka Pivets continues his torrid pace as Pivets, the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia, his 17th goal of the season. The Jets tie it at 1.
Great job of Pivets right there in front of the net. When that shot came in, he was right there to deflect it and shove it right underneath. And that was just a beautiful goal. Both goals so far here today
been pretty.
Have been great goals.
Perfectly timed tip by Pivets and the Jackson Stone shot. And the Jets have tied this game at 1. Luka Pivets is 17th of the season from Jackson Stone and Isaac Bunk at 10:03 of the first period to tie this game for the Jets. Picked up there by the 9 of Johnson and picked up by T. Glasidi. Glasidi to Catalano. Bouncing puck on Jakub Obcheka. Let's go ahead and let's meet Jakub Obcheka. Obcheka, the 20-year-old goaltender from Zvolen, Slovakia. A record of 3 wins, 2 losses, no overtime losses, 1 shootout loss, 1 shutout, 257 goals against average, a .905 save percentage. Last season in his native country of Slovakia, played for the HK Skalika, as well as splitting time with the HKM Zvolen. Combined 12 games played, a 192 goals against average, a .940 save percentage last year in his native country of Slovakia.
That is just fantastic.
We kid him about his pads, who came over with him from Slovakia. They have seen a lot of vulcanized rubber.
It looks like he did an oil change in them.
Right? Bouncing punt to Johnson with a shot. Saved by Obcheka, and he'll hang on with 8:56 to go. Big stop with those oil change pads by Jakub Obcheka. He could put a Pennzoil logo on those. Right? It'd be fine. I mean,
hey, I think we got a sponsor.
Right? What's the oil change place that's down the road over here, though? Fast Eddie's 10-minute oil change or something?
Jiffy Lube.
Jiffy Lube, there you go. And Jakub Obcheka makes the save with his Jiffy Lube pads. See, we got marketing opportunities here.
If anyone has any ties, we'll take commission.
Right. Chase Martin grabs it. Martin sidesteps to Cherokee. 4-on-3 if they hurry. Martin to Cote with a shot deflected by Martin off the side of the net. Hayden Hartzell grabs it and knocked away by Nolet. And picked up by Jake Myers off the backside of Evan Cote. His second game back with the MetroJets. Cote had it knocked away by Nolet. Picked up by Hammer, who was hammered to the ice by Chase Martin. Picked up by Jake Taylor. Taylor now over to Sutton Majeski. Majeski to Cote, lets it go into the Cherokee zone for Ian Ingersoll. The former Red River Spartan. Looking for, almost found Cameron Krause. Picked up by Chase Martin. Martin up to Pivets. Pivets had it knocked away, picked up there by Brendan Hammer. Hammer sends it in, the former Kirkland Lake gold miner in the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League. Ingersoll through a screen, was blocked by Isaac Bunk. Comes back to Aiden Hartzell. Hartzell just turned 18 years old 5 days ago, the youngest player on this roster. Jets already 4 block shots. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Majeski, save made by Lasiti. Big stop. Thought that was coming up here. Picked up by Isaac Bunk.
We had a close one yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Now Pivets.
I think Kamek could have picked that one up.
Trying to catch Cherokee on the line change. Evangelista feeds it back. Over to Isaac Bunk. Bunk with a shot. Blocked by Cameron Krause. Krause trying to get it out. Kept in by Pevitz. Comes back to Krause. Had it pickpocketed by Evangelista. It goes out in the neutral zone. Picked up by Tyler Fleming, who sends it in. As Krause knocks Fleming to the ice. Puck comes out. Kept in by Zaccani, fresh off the bench. Over to Evangelista. Back to Zaccani with a shot. Save made by Lasiti. Comes back to Zaccani on his own rebound. Picked up by Jackson Stone. Stone sends it towards the net, just wide. Landon Wharton gets over and knocks it over the head of Enric Fournier. Isaac Bunk back in his own zone. Brings it out. Bunk to Zaccani. A.J. Zaccani brings it in. Sends it over into the zone. Glomboski was there. Jake Blumbaus with Wharton. Sharon gets to it. Zaccani now with a shot deflected, and Lasiti makes the save.
Lasiti was in perfect position for that. He was up so close that even though it got tipped, he was still able to block it and stop it and cover that up. Nice job by Lasiti.
Shots even, 8-8. The scoreboard even, 1-1. 6:16 to go here in period number 1.
And right now, one of the new stats I'm going to try to stay up on, just for something
block
we always
shots.
have shots
Yeah.
on goal. And right now, the block shots right now, Jets are leading that 4-1 right now.
Zaccani back from a shot by Glomboski, and Lasiti makes the save again. We're always so fortunate, Matt Naiman, that whenever the MetroJets and Toledo Cherokee play, we get probably the best goaltender matchups of any USPHL Premier game.
Well, I mean, you'd have to.
Yeah?
You don't put out your best against the Toledo or the Jets, you can be in deep trouble.
And of course, we always talk about the MetroJets goaltending, how good it is. Well, in this case, how good is it? USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division goaltender of the month, Philippe Hall, is a scratch today for the MetroJets. As Upcheka in goal with Evan Peacock backing him up. Peacock coming off a shutout in his last appearance. Philippe Hall, the November goaltender of the month. Where can you go wrong, really?
Right.
I mean,
yeah, Randy and the staff here, they sure know how to pick them. I'll tell you that. Does a fantastic job.
and they just don't pick their nose either.
No.
I gotta say, Matt, you look spiffy, brother.
Thank you.
I'm saying that in the most heterosexual way possible. You look damn good, brother. I'm telling you.
So you're saying I should dress like this more often, huh?
Yeah, we should do that. We should do a suit and tie every game. The look on your face was the greatest.
The moment I put this on, I was waiting to take it off.
Right? Well, you know, the USPHL National Championships from the quarterfinals on, you got to wear a suit and tie.
Well, they don't call me to go, so I don't have to.
You bet. I'm waiting for my call, by the way.
I win.
Yeah, you win.
Now we'll see. Maybe going to Chicago, maybe going to Tampa. So.
Yep. And Pete Kambick and I talked about that in the Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview. After this game, both schedules for both teams there's no other word for it. It's brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
These showcases they got coming up between Chicago and Tampa, to be no easy task at all.
No, for either team.
Yeah, they're playing some heavy-duty teams.
No doubt about it. We'll get into that here in a little bit.
Which is what makes those showcases so much better, because you're playing other teams from outside your division, and we know there are some lethal teams out there.
Well, the Minnesota Squash, who the MetroJets have to play next week at the Chicago Showcase, their first regulation loss of the season last night to the Hudson Havoc. 5-3 win by the Havoc over the Squash. Taylor with a block shot.
Both of them are just
big
great.
hit by Fournier on Hank Davis. To Davis's credit, he got right back out. You get hit by Enric Fournier, ooh, that's like a truck hitting you. Pass right out in front of Cheka. Kicked it over to the back of behind the net. And Landon Edwards goes after it. Pressure there by fellow 14, Sutton Majeski. Cherokee trying to catch the Jets in the midst of a line change. Edwards with a shot. Patted away. Rebound. Another pad save by Upcheka. Jake Taylor, long stretch pass, too
Just
far for
missed him.
Evangelista. And icing the call, 3:15 to go here in the first period.
I'll tell you what, check his reaction time.
Ugh.
It's just, I mean, the way that shot went, the way he was positioned, when the rebound, when they put it right back at him, he was able to kick out that left leg so quick and snap it out.
Earlier today,
Unbelievable.
I threw a dumbbell at him. He just knocked it away.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Medicine ball.
Right? Yeah, just throw a medicine ball at him. Yeah, it's one of those 100-pound dumbbells.
Yeah.
I just threw it at him. He just knocked it away. You know?
Surprised you could pick that up.
I was too. I think I got my third hernia of my life now. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Rose to Lee, knocked away.
Great job there.
Between Chase Martin and Isaac Bunk. Nice play there to negate that opportunity. It was a 2-on-1. Jackson Stone sizing up the situation. Backhand pass to Sandro Evangelista. Knocks it away from Chase Weimer, but gets it knocked into the neutral zone. Zaccani over to Fleming. Fleming to Bunk. Bunk's got an assist on the Jets' goal. Luka Pivets, his 17th of the season from Jackson Stone and Bunk. That came at 10:03. And unfortunately for you, Matt Naiman, you got to take off here pretty quick, which is I'm bummed about.
Yeah, where are we at? Yeah, I have just over a half hour, and I got to leave.
Okay, so you can probably start the second period with me before you have to go.
I could probably do that.
Aiden Sharon over to Gomboski. Hopped over the stick of A.J. Zaccani. Zaccani pressured there by McCoyan. Sharon kicks it in. Around two. Sharon behind the net. Feeds it out in front. Went through the legs of A.J. Zaccani. And comes back to Enric Fournier. Fournier now over to Jake Blum. Blum to Gomboski, who deflects it in. Lasidi will play it. With Zaccani lurking. And Cormier will send it all the way down. That's going to be an icing. And indeed it is, with 1:29 to go here in the first period. So what you got going on tonight? You got to have a Christmas party to go to, is that right?
Company Christmas party for
All right.
University Title. One of our upcoming sponsors after the first of the year.
Yeah, indeed.
So it's going to be good. We got some fantastic programs that are going to be coming here for the MetroJets, and we'll get Mark Blair up here from Remax Masterpiece. We're hammering out a few things right now, but that this could turn out to be a very, very huge sponsorship for the MetroJets.
Majeski to a wide open Fournier, who hesitated for that split second, and Jake Meyer is able to take away the scoring chance.
That's just one thing you can't do against this Toledo team. I mean, they're already on top of them, and you can't give it that time. The moment you have that puck in front of your stick, you got to shoot it. He took that time to try to settle it down and make that perfect shot, and he just did not have the time.
Blum and Fournier collide. That resulted in a turnover. Knocked away there. Nice poke check by Upcheka. Krause with a shot was blocked by Gabe Albin. Less than a minute remaining here in the first period. As Teague Lasidi over to Landon Edwards. Feeds it up to Brendan Hammer. Hammer. Pressure there by Chase Martin. Luka Pivets comes out with it. Over to Sutton Majeski. Majeski now brings it in. Martin head towards the net. Looking for the deflection, and Lasidi grabs it with 19.4 seconds left here in the first period. Shots 11-10 in favor of the Jets after the Cherokee stalked them there the first half of that first period. Jets 6-1 in block shots over the Cherokee. Who's going to do that when you're gone? We'll make Tyler do it. He's not doing anything.
Can you leave my little notepad and you can just notch it?
Shot there is saved by Lasidi.
I mean, I could technically put Toledo down for two.
Could.
One of their guys blocked one over there.
Well, technically, yeah.
But, you know.
Right. 15.4 seconds left here in the first period. 1-1 tie. Landon Wharton, the goal scorer for the Cherokee. Luka Pivets countered for the Jets. Stone wins the draw back, and we'll try it again.
False start.
False start. So Stone and Rose wins it back. But Pivets grabs it through the goal mouth. Picked up by Chase Martin. Martin feeds it up, looking for Pivets. Had it knocked away. Wharton grabs it, just trying to kill off the rest of the period. Martin with a shot, doesn't get all the way through, and the horn sounds to end period number 1. Shots on goal in the first period. Toledo with 10, MetroJets with 12. As we jump in to the National Coney Island first period interview and our first appearance of the day by the lovely and formidable Sarah Vassar, our Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter. She's going to talk to the man who put the Jets on the board at 10:03 of the first period. It is the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia, Luka Pivac, standing by with Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So, Luka, you scored the goal that tied the game so far. How did you make that happen?
I was just driving the net. I mean, the play happened with Sandro trying to get it to me in the open. Got a turnover, and Stoner was there to pick it up. So I just had my stick open, and he got it. So.
All right, well, it worked. So heading into the second period, what do you think that the message has to be to break this tie?
We gotta be hard on the forecheck. We gotta hunt the pucks, and we gotta get shots on net and get in front of the net.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
We caught him at the end of the shift, didn't we? Again.
Yeah, we always do.
You're good at that, Matt.
We're usually pretty good at that. 1-1 tie at the end of one period of play. We'll take a short timeout, about 7 minutes or so. Come back for our first period recap and start of the second period. You're watching MetroJets hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Oh, Saturday afternoon, USPHL Premier Hockey here at MCIA. The score at the end of one period of play, the MetroJets won, the Toledo Cherokee won. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club up high the flight deck, soon to be rejoined by Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst Matt Naiman. Tyler Naiman, his son, always on the controls of the camera. As Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar continues to lurk about the building in search of her latest prey. As we jump into the National Coney Island first period recap, National Coney Island has been in business since 1965, celebrating their 60th anniversary for another 25 days, and currently owns and operates over 20 restaurants here in southeastern Michigan. Corporate headquarters located just down the road in Roseville, home of the original location. Call 1-888-44-CONEY and order now. Shots on goal in that first period. The Toledo Cherokee with 10, while the MetroJets with 12. And it was the Cherokee getting on the board first. Landon Wharton, off a beautiful feed from Bobby Lease, picked up his 8th goal of the season on the assist from Lease and Jamison Rose. That came at 5:56 of the first period to give the Cherokee a 1-0 lead. But then less than 5 minutes later, Luca Peeves on a perfectly timed tip from the shot by Jackson Stone. Peeves ties the game with his 17th goal of the season on the assist from Stone and Sandro Evangelista. That came at 10:03 of the first period to give us a 1-1 tie. Both teams will head to the 2025 USPHL Chicago Showcase after this game, as the MetroJets, they'll kick things off next Friday, December 12th, as they have a date with the USPHL Premier North Division leading Minnesota Squash next Friday, December 12th, an 8:30 Central Time face-off, 9:30 Eastern. And then on Saturday, December 13th, it's the Jets doubleheader day. They'll kick things off with the Minnesota Blue Ox at 12:30 p.m. Central, 1:30 Eastern, followed by the nightcap against the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings at 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 Eastern. And then they'll wrap it up on Sunday, December 14th, with one of the tri-hosts of the 2025 USPHL Chicago Showcase. A return date with the Chicago Crush, 2:30 Central Time face-off, 3:30 Eastern. As for the Toledo Cherokee, they will also head to Summit Ice Center in Lockport, Illinois. They'll kick things off on Thursday, December 11th, as they'll play one of the tri-hosts of the 2025 USPHL Chicago Showcase. They'll play the Chicago Cougars at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. That is on Thursday, December 11th. Friday, December 12th is a doubleheader day for the Toledo Cherokee. They'll play the Minnesota Blue Ox at 12 noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. And then the nightcap against another one of the tri-hosts, the Chicago Crush. That is a 6 p.m. Central, 7 o'clock Eastern Time face-off. Toledo wraps up their 2025 USPHL Chicago Showcase against the MetroJets brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, in 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern face-off before the Cherokee come back home. The Cherokee do have 2 more games before the Christmas break. Friday and Saturday, December 19th and 20th at Team Toledo Ice House, as they'll play the Bearcats Hockey Club before they head off for the Christmas break. And then while the MetroJets have 1 home game after the Chicago Showcase before the Christmas break, as the Jets will host the Battle Creek Colonels right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. That is part of our Friday triple header on Friday, December 19th. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 4:30, face-off at 5 p.m. that Friday, December 19th. After the Christmas break, both teams head to the 2026 USPHL Tampa Showcase at Advent Health Center Ice Arena in Wesley Chapel, Florida, about 30 minutes northeast of Tampa, hosted by our friends at the Tampa Bay Juniors. And we'll dive into that schedule a little bit later on in the broadcast. As we get set to go, period number 2. MetroJets, of course, the home team. wearing the patriotic blue uniforms, white and red trim. They're skating left to right on your television screen. While the Toledo Cherokee out of Toledo, Ohio, they are the road team. Wearing the white unis with the black shoulders, red, gray, and trim. They are skating right to left on your Black Bear TV dial. Already a shot on Obcheka. 2 shots there, and Obcheka fights off both and comes back over to Ingersoll, who over to Stone, who intercepts. Luka Pivets knocked on the puck there by Jake Myers. And now Trevin Johnson on a break. Johnson brings it in. Shot there, saved by Obcheka. Big stop by Jakub Obcheka to keep this game at 1 apiece. And knocked away by Chase Martin, who sends it down. Icing the call, 19:16 to go here in the second period. Couple big stops by Jakub Obcheka to keep this game at 1 apiece. 44 seconds into the second period. As Toledo has already fired a few shots at Obcheka here in the early going of the middle stanza. Lasiti dumps it right back in on the delayed offside, picked up by Brendan Hammer. Angle shot goes through the goal mouth, picked up by Teague Lasiti off the skate of Jackson Stone. Picked up by Zaccani, too far for Evangelista. And the puck dumped right back into the Jets zone. Icing negated, forces Chase Martin to play. He was expecting the icing to be called. And picked up by Hank Davis. Davis back over to Cameron Krause. Krause behind, bounced off the back of the net, picked up by Hammer. Hammer now to Edwards. Landon Edwards sends it over into the corner. Zaccani is there. Knocked away by Brendan Hammer. But gets a little bit of help from Jake Taylor. Not out. Kept in by Edwards. Over to Hank Davis. Davis now behind Teague Lasiti with a shot. Goes wide. Comes back to Landon Edwards. Pressured there by Jackson Stone. Chase Martin feeds it back for A.J. Zaccani. Zaccani was expecting Stone to head off. But Edwards grabs it. Picked up by Brendan Hammer. Turns around. Fires. And Obcheka makes the save with 18:11 to go here in the second period. Toledo firing off a few shots early in this second period. Just like the first period, they were coming out like a house of fire in that first period. Pressuring the Jets early. We stay 1-1. Weird hop off the stanchion. Aiden Sharon's got to play it. Gets it out for Gabe Altman. Too far for him. Puck knocked away there by Jake Blum. And they tried to send Landon Wharton on a break. And Rick Fournier is there. Pressured by Bobby Lease, and now picked up by Jake Blum. Blum with the puck. He's got Gomboski to his right elbow. Gomboski with a shot off the blocker of Daxton Lasiti. Aiden Sharon tried to feed it over to Gomboski, but was knocked away by Lasiti. Wharton grabs it, poked away by Blum. Lease is there to bail him out. Picked up by Sharon, and picked up by Jake Blum, and he'll lob it into the neutral zone. Klaber sends it right back into the Jets end. Jake Blum returns the favor. Over to Gomboski. Up to Aiden Sharon towards the end of the long shift for this line as Gabe Altman sends it in on Lasiti. Jets go for a wholesale line changes. Bouncing puck on Ethan Gray. Hopped over his stick and icing the call. 17:10 to go here in the second period. So it appears that Tyler Naaman's dad has left him. How you getting home tonight there, Tyler? How you getting home tonight? $20. Oh, I'm taking you home tonight? Is that the deal? Oh, all right. Well, you better talk to Q about that. We're going to need some gas money there, bud. Puck sent down. Jace Weimer picks it up. Weimer pressured by Cote. Majeski sends it right back into the corner. Met there by McCoyan. McCoyan for Ethan Gray. Gray bounced it off Sutton Majeski. And McCoyan grabs it right back. Looking for the 16 of Alex Catalano, but finds Isaac Bunk instead. Majeski kicks it into the Cherokee zone. McCoyan sends it right back for Catalano. Isaac Bunk, Bunk and Catalano playing a little catch here. As Daxton Lasiti behind the net, pressured by Joel Patterson. Has Sutton Majeski lurking as well. Tyler Fleming sends it up for Ryder Novak. Novak tried to feed Patterson, but was collected there by Charlie Nolet. Nolet up to Myers as Johnson knocked to the ice by Fleming. Isaac Bunk is there. Pressured by Myers. Sutton Majesty comes to help out. Tyler Fleming trying to dig it out as well. As caught right between the skates of Jake Myers and Majesty. Now Majesty brings it out. Kept in by Jake Cormier, who sends it over into the corner. Ryder Novak is there, pressured by Johnson. Comes back to Ingersoll to Cormier with a shot into the paraphernalia of Jakub Obcheka, who hangs on with 15:40 to go here in the second period. We talked about it in the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show and again with Pete Kamick during the Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview. Top four in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division separated by just 5 points. Toledo took over the lead last night with their win over the Fresh Coast Freeze. They are 19-3 with 38 points. The Columbus Mavericks and Red River Spartans both tied for second. The Mavericks 18-5, Spartans 18-7. Both with 36 points, 2 points back at the Cherokee. While the MetroJets currently fourth, 16 wins, 4 losses, no overtime losses, but 1 shootout loss for 33 points. In a very tight Great Lakes division. As the Spartans and the Mavericks, a lot of games early in the season. Now the Cherokee and the Jets starting to catch up to them in games played. The Mavericks with 23, the Spartans with 25. Both are in action tonight. As Martin and Nolet collide. Picked up by Jake Taylor. Got it in the neutral zone for Jackson Stone. The Columbus Mavericks are in New York tonight to play the Bearcats Hockey Club, while the Red River Spartans host the Battle Creek Colonels this evening. 6 of the 8 Great Lakes Division teams are in action tonight, with only the Fresh Coast Freeze and the Cincinnati Cyclones not playing this evening, as they both look ahead to the USPHL Chicago Showcase next weekend. Obcheka's got to come out and play it. He'll wrap it around the boards, and he'll get it all the way down into the Cherokee end. Teague Lacetti's there. Younger brother, goaltender Daxton Lacetti. Off the boards. Hopped over the stick. And that's just a little bit offside. 13:52 to go here in the second period. Also mentioned in the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show, this is the final regular season appearance of the 2025-2026 season by the Toledo Cherokee here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. So potentially the next time the Cherokee walk into this building could be sometime in March, potentially. As the final 2 games between these 2 clubs of the regular season will both be at Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio on January 17th and again on February 7th as Lacetti makes a save. Matt Naiman is leaving us. He's going to sign autographs before he leaves. As Aiden Sharon will take the draw against Jamison Rose. Rose won it again. Rose has been good on faceoffs today. So Tyler Fleming grabs it. For Majeski for Sharon. Aiden Sharon. Pressure by Jace Weimer. Over to Isaac Bunk at the point. Bouncing puck goes wide. Majeski with a shot on the side of the net. Majeski was drooling at that open net. A bounce off the side. Sharon knocks Wharton off the puck. Shot there, blocked. Picked up by Tyler Fleming, who knocks the puck and Bobby Lee's stick out of play. Lees goes back after it. Bunk to Fleming. Fleming back in the corner for Sharon. Trying to feed it out in front. Bunk couldn't keep it in. He'll have to go back after it. Picked up by Fleming, now to Majeski. Sutton Majeski. Stick handles around Venturini. Picked up by Joel Patterson. Patterson now looking for somewhere to go. Top of the face-off circle. Fires, was blocked by Ethan Gray. No, Gray felt that in the left skate. He'll continue on. Patterson, pressured there by Kleber. Kleber taken away by Majeski, and comes back to Ethan Gray. Gray gets down the neutral zone. He's going to head right to the bench. Well, no, he's not. Figured he might head to the bench. Shaking off that shot block off the left skate. Martin now to Jake Taylor. Taylor feeds it up to Joel Patterson, who got the pass through the legs of Ethan Gray. And it comes back to Taylor. Over to Chase Martin. Martin too far for Ryder Novak. Is going to go back after it. Icing the call. 11:39 to go here in period number 2. Shots 5-3 in favor of Toledo in the second period. 15 apiece overall. As we approach the halfway point of this one. 5th of 7 meetings between these two clubs during the regular season. Picked up by Chase Martin off the draw win there. By Patterson. Sent right back in to Jake Taylor's glove. Taylor off the boards. Cormier keeps it out of his own end. Picked up by Patterson. Patterson knocked off the pocket and collected by Ian Ingersoll. Ingersoll, long pass, goes nowhere, and that's going to be icing. 11:16 to go here in the second. Ingersoll along with Landon Wharton, both former Red River Spartans, who are in action tonight. They're at F&M Bank Arena in Clarksville, Tennessee. They're playing the Battle Creek Colonels tonight. Spartans defeating the Colonels 8-0 last night. As their face-off will be later tonight at 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. So if you're in the mood for some late-night USPHL Premier Hockey, Jackson Stone trying to feed to Evangelista, knocked away by Peeves. Now 2-on-1. Peeves with Evangelista. Peeves fires, save, rebound comes out, puck is loose. Another save there by Lasiti. And the puck goes back into the corner. 2 big stops by Daxton Lasiti. Johnson sends it in. Picked up by Tyler Fleming. Now back to Evangelista. Landon Edwards grabs it away from him. Sends it right back into the Jets zone. Fleming now over to Fournier. Fournier to pass too hot for Zaccani. Now picked up there by the 44 of McCowan. Fellow 44 Tyler Fleming grabs it. Knocked away from Stone by Brendan Hammer. Evangelista tries to get it out. Bounces off referee Tyler Burnett, but on the second effort gets it out. Krause now over to McCowan. Off a skate of Zaccani. And here comes McCowan. Offside the call. Focus on 71 Cameron Krause for a second. Congratulations to the 20-year-old from Channahon, Illinois. His 150th career regular season game for the third all-time leader, third amongst active players in the USPHL Premier. So congratulations to Cameron Krause. Game number 150 today. Good on him for the former Chicago Cougar, now in his second year with the Toledo Cherokee. He's also former Casper Roughneck as well. So again, congratulations to Krause. He's also started his USPHL career with the Chicago Crush back in the 22-23 season. Off the top of the glove of Lasiti and knocked out a play. Plenty of action today in USPHL Premier Play. We mentioned the Red River Spartans will host the Battle Creek Colonels. The Bearcats Hockey Club hosting the Columbus Mavericks here at 7:30 tonight, about 2 hours from now. Won by Sharon. Martin with a shot. That will bounce out in and out of the glove. Gomboski with a shot off the side of the net. Sharon turns around, fires, goes just wide. Picked up by Jake Taylor. Taylor over in the corner looking for Gomboski. Instead found the 81 of Logan Kleber. Kleber brings it in. Wharton lurking in front of the net. He grabs it. Shot. Save made by Upcheka. Wharton grabs a rebound. Backhand pass knocked away by Taylor. Quick pass to Sharon. Pocket pick by Bobby Lees. Return to favor by Taylor. Sticked away there by Upcheka. I'll go back to Zaccani. Trying to get it out. Kept in there by Venturini. And Chase Martin sends it for Sharon. Deflects in the neutral zone. Sent right back in by Jace Weimer. Bouncing puck over the stick of Upcheka. And picked up by Ethan Gray. The 20-year-old from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. As Zaccani grabs it. He's got Glomboski heading towards the net. He'll dump it into the corner. Lasiti will play it. Around Cormier. And knocked out by Venturini. Tyler Fleming will go back after it. Fleming to Majeski. Venturini had it knocked away from him. Right there for Aaron Wilson as well. Venturini misfired, and here come the Jets the other way. Novak with Majeski to his right elbow. Leaves it for Majeski. Bouncing puck, couldn't quite get a handle on it. Picked up by Evan Cote. His second game back in a MetroJets uniform, coming over from the Lakeshore Canadiens, PJCHL. Played last year with the Jets. His first game with the Jets was this past Wednesday against the Fresh Coast Freeze. Picked up a goal and an assist. Isaac Buck, long stretch pass, picked off by Trevor Johnson. Johnson brings it in with a shot off the glove of Upcheka. Another shot save made by Upcheka. Right pad. Here comes Majeski the other way for Ryder Novak at the end of a long shift. He'll dump it in, go for wholesale line changes. McCoyan will send it in, knocked away. Outland with a shot, save, rebound off the tip of the stick of Lasiti. Majeski with another shot, goes up high. Picked up by Fournier, will send it in. More Majeski. Majeski with a shot goes wide, collected by Jake Blum. Blum backhand passes, expecting Gabe Outman to be there. He's knocked to the ice. Blum and Outman right there in a battle. Fournier is there for Owen Coulter. Coulter brings it in. Coulter right in front for Outman, who couldn't get a stick to the puck. Collected by Teague Lasiti. Lasiti couldn't get, and does get it out. Bounced on Fournier. 2-on-1 for the Cherokee if they hurry. Johnson with a shot. Fought off by Upcheka. Here come the Jets the other way. Gabe Outman down to Joel Patterson. Back to Outman. Outman brings it in. Misfired. And the stick was lifted at the last second. Picked up by Cameron Krause the other way. Back and forth action between the Jets and the Cherokee. Krause with a shot goes wide. Picked up by Patterson. Caught in there by Owen Coulter. Battle on the board. Davis with a shot was blocked. Back and forth action between the MetroJets and the Toledo Cherokee. Will you expect anything less? As Brendan Hammer. Pressured there by Chase Martin. Joel Patterson is there. Puck comes out, knocked away by Hammer to Weimer. Weimer with a shot, blocked by Gabe Outman. Another shot into the big paw of Jakub Upcheka, who hangs on with 6 minutes even remaining here in the second period. Face off deep in the Jets zone. Brendan Hammer trying to feed it to Johnson. Picked off by Evangelista. Stone sends it in. Lasiti will play it. Off the skate of Davis. Bounced in front. Picked off there by Krause. Now here comes Davis, the former Cincinnati Cyclone. Pressured there by Jake Taylor. Taylor picked his pocket. And sends it back over to Chase Martin. Martin pressured by Hammer. Stone comes to help out. So does Hank Davis as Hammer and Martin intertwined. Picked up by Evangelista. Feeds it up to Luka Pivets. Pivets will send it in on Lasiti, who will play it. Almost knocked away by Evangelista. Bobby Lees pickpocketing the blue line. And it almost worked as Chase Martin sends it in. Off the pass, gets it right back from Evangelista. Shot was blocked there by Cormier. Lasiti sends it back. Evangelista will get there. Feeds it for Zaccani. A.J. Zaccani with a shot. Lease deflects it up in to the rafters and out of play. 4:52 to go here in the second period. Shots 11-7 in favor of Toledo. 21-19 overall. Also by the Cherokee. everything you would expect with a MetroJets Toledo Cherokee game. Zaccani. Pressured there by Rose. Feeds it back to Bunk. Bunk back to Zaccani. Back to Bunk. Over to Fleming. Fleming with a shot through a screen. And Lasiti tracked it into his glove with 4:36 to go. And now A.J. Zaccani mired in a little squabble with Jamison Rose. And Zaccani's telling him, you need to go to the Golden Greek after the game. Tonight's special is the meatloaf. How about that? Meatloaf and mashed potatoes is a special tonight. Yes. You know all the specials at Golden Greek. And that's what A.J. Zaccani was telling Jamison Rose. You need to go to the Golden Greek after the game. I'm just telling Tyler Q that the meatloaf's on special today. How about that? It's good food there, man. My day is made. I got Q to smile at least once a day. That's my goal every day. Smile once. A.J. Zaccani up to Ryan Glomboski. Glomboski trying to feed to Sharon. Lasiti will play it. Lasiti likes to come out and play the puck. Bouncing puck off of Nolet's stick. Nice hand-eye by Zaccani. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Glomboski to Zaccani. Knocked away by Nolet. Great defensive play by Nolet. Drifts up in the neutral zone. Jake Blum will send it right back in. Lasiti will play it again. Glomboski was there waiting. Zaccani knocks it towards the net. Knocked out of the air by Kleber. Trevor Johnson and Zaccani in a battle. Zaccani knocks it over for Glomboski. Glomboski with a shot. Goes just wide. Looking for the tip. Fournier with a drive. Up high. And out of play. And a lucky fan from Clinton Township, Michigan picks up a souvenir puck. So 3:39 to go. Face off deep in the Cherokee zone. Picked up there by the Cherokee. Picked up by Hank Davis. Davis leaves it for Kraus, and Upcheka scoops it up. Jakub Upcheka gives the Jets coaches Rostislav Efremov vibes, for sure. Definitely does for Matt Naiman and I. That's the first player that comes to mind when seeing Upcheka. Another save there off the right shoulder. Majeski gets it on the neutral zone. Fournier backs him up, sends it over towards the bench. Picked up by Cameron Kraus. Blum looking for Fournier. Then gets it out for Evan Cote. Cote knocks it out of the midair. Waiting on the play the puck with a high stick. And Cote plays it. 2:51 to go here in the second period. .251 to go here in period number point. Martin knocked to the ice. Edwards shot blocked, picked up by Owen Coulter. Coulter sends it in. Lasiti likes to play it. He'll send it over into the corner. Bouncing puck off the stanchion. Wharton. Pass intercepted by Chase Martin. Pickpocketed there by Bobby Lees. Here comes Jamison Rose. Rose sent it looking for Wharton. Found Joel Patterson instead. Patterson mishandled the puck, but Chase Martin bails out Patterson. Here comes Coulter the other way. Kicks it up for Gabe Outman. Comes back to Coulter. Coulter sends it over into the corner. Tyler Fleming pitches in from the bench. Couldn't quite keep it in, but the 22 of Myers couldn't get a handle on the puck, and a penalty coming. And it's going to be on the Toledo Cherokee. Jake Myers, 2-minute minor for roughing. Our first penalty of the game. Coming at 1:42 of the second period. And that puts the Jets and the MetroJets Foundation power play. They are good. 29.2% have scored 21 power play goals and 72 opportunities of the man advantage. 8th best overall in the USPHL Premier. While the Toledo Cherokee, they are not too shabby on the penalty kill. 91%. 4th best in the league. 13 shorthanded goals. Number 1 overall in USPHL Premier. So it's the clash of the Titans. MetroJets power play against the Toledo Cherokee penalty kill. And again, interesting to note, this is the first penalty of the game between the Jets and the Cherokee. As Jake Taylor with the puck, so the Jets, in theory, will spend the rest of this period on the power play. Peeves to Taylor. Taylor had it knocked away, kept it in though. Less than a minute remaining here in the second period. Peeves over to Taylor. Taylor steps up over to Stone. Stone with a shot, looking for a Gomboski tip. Comes back to Peeves. Peeves sidesteps Venturini, who knocks him to the ice and is sent down into the Jets zone. Jake Taylor waits for his teammates to make a partial line change. Feeds it over to Jackson Stone. Stone lost it in his skates. And it was pressured there by Catalano. Gets it back over to Taylor. 30 seconds left. Gomboski's now's got room. Caught up to by T. Glacini. Gomboski off the boards, off of referee Tyler Burnett, but Isaac Bunk grabs it. Back over to Gomboski, over to Stone. Stone with a shot, blocked by Catalano, gets it back. Sent across and knocked away by Landon Edwards. Puck sent down for Isaac Bunk. 5 seconds left here in the second period. So the MetroJets will start the third period with 17 seconds left in the MetroJets Foundation power play. As a horn sounds to end period number 2, shots on goal in the second period. Toledo with 13, 2-period total of 23. While the MetroJets with 9, 2-period total of 21. DTS Drivetrain Specialist. Second period interview coming next. As Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar will look for her latest interviewee.
He's already out.
He already... grab Evan Cote. Right there. Cote.
Cote, let's go.
Yep. Well, we were going to talk to Jake Blum, but he's already heading towards the locker room. So why not talk to Evan Cote, the 20-year-old from Tecumseh, Ontario, Canada. Second game back with the MetroJets. He's standing by with Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So, Evan, so far throughout this game, what do you think that your team has done well?
Our offensive zone has been fantastic. I think it's about time we're going to break through here.
Yeah, so this second period, we had no goals. What do you think you have to do to change that?
Get in front of the goalie so he doesn't see the puck, create havoc, and just walk one in.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Nice audible call there, Sarah.
What?
That was a nice audible call.
Oh.
You're the best there is. That's why you're here.
I had it all set up, and then Blum ditched me.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk with you, Mr. Blum, on that, but we'll get him. We'll get him next time. 2 periods of play complete to score. 1-1 tie. The end of 2 periods of play. We'll take a short timeout, about 7 minutes or so. Come back for a second period recap, start of the third period. You're watching MetroJets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Little Saturday afternoon into the evening, USPHL Premier Hockey between the most storied rivalry in all of junior hockey. The score at the end of 2 periods of play, the MetroJets Toledo Cherokee tied at 1. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck. Matt Naiman is normally with us. He had to leave and go to a Christmas party, so he's left me solo here on the flight deck. But we do have Tyler Naiman manning the controls on the camera, while Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar continues to lurk about the building in search of prey, and she has found a victim. We feel sorry for that victim. Drivetrain specialist, second period interview, second period recap. For over 40 years, DTS has been the place to go for hardcore drivetrain solutions, founded and run by performance enthusiasts like our good buddy Claude Plante Jr., whose son Luke Plante doing very well with the Erie Otters of the Ontario Hockey League. DTS is the kind of place they're looking for but can never find. Located in Warren, Michigan, DTS is the place for all the high-performance parts, all the hard-won knowledge required to make them work in hardcore applications. Go to drivetrainspecialist.com or call 1-800-521-0628 for more information. Shots on goal in the second period. Toledo Cherokee with 13, 2-period total of 23. While the MetroJets with 9, 2-period total of 21. No scoring in that second period. Both goals coming in the first. Landon Wharton got Toledo on the board with his 8th goal of the season from Bobby Lease. And Jamison Rose at 5:56 to give the Cherokee a 1-0 lead. Less than 5 minutes later, Luka Pivits tied the game for the Jets with his 17th goal of the season on the assist from Jackson Stone and Sandro Evangelista. That came at 10:03 the first period, and that's your goal-scoring summary. As we head into the third period after a scoreless second. Looking ahead, the next home games, plural, here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena won't be until Thursday, December 18th. The MetroJets Elite will play the Chicago T-Rex Elite. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 11:45 a.m., face-off at 12:15. And then immediately following that game, it'll be the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, against the Chicago T-Rex. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show immediately following the Elite game, face-off, 15 minutes after warm-ups. And then the final home games of the 2025 calendar year here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena will be on Friday, December 19th. It'll be triple header Friday. All 3 MetroJets hockey clubs will be in action, starting with the MetroJets Elite, Chicago T-Rex Elite. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 11:45 a.m., face-off at 12:15. Followed by the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, against the Chicago T-Rex. And then we'll wrap it up with the MetroJets Battle Creek Colonels. That is on triple header Friday, December 19th. Jets Elite, T-Rex Elite, MJDP, Chicago T-Rex, MetroJets Battle Creek Colonels, all here at MCIA on triple header Friday. That'll be the final home games of the 2025 calendar year here at MCIA. First home, yeah, we'll see you next year. That's right. The first home games of 2026 will be on Thursday, January 8th. The MetroJets Elite will play the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 11:30 a.m. Face-off at high noon, 12 p.m. Followed by the MetroJets Fort Wayne Spacemen. A little rare non-divisional matchup between the Jets and the Spacemen. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 2:15. Face-off at 2:45 that day. As we get set to go for the start of the third period with this one. MetroJets, of course, the home team, wearing the home blues. With the white and red trim, they'll be skating right to left on your television screen, and they'll start with 17 seconds left in their first MetroJets Foundation power play for the Toledo Cherokee, who play their home games at Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio. wearing the road whites with the blue black shoulders, red gray trim. They are skating left to right on your Black Bear television dial. Whether it's your Android, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your big screen TV, however and wherever you're watching us, including with your earbuds right here at MCIA, as a lot of parents do. We certainly appreciate you tuning in to the exclusive home of USPHL hockey. That is Black Bear TV. Power play is over. Both teams back to full strength. So Toledo kills off that penalty. Sharon knocked away the pass by Trevin Johnson. T. Glacidi couldn't keep it in. He'll send it right back in the Jet zone. Jakub Upcheka will leave it there for Chase Martin. Over to Jake Taylor. Taylor, long pass to A.J. Zaccani. Bouncing puck. Glacidi will go after it. Almost picked off by Zaccani. Glacidi living dangerously there in the early third period as Hank Davis brings it right back in. Davis, shot, blocked by Fournier. Gomboski down to Zaccani. A.J. Zaccani will bring it in. Gomboski lurking back. Feeds it up to Gomboski. Couldn't get it to his forehand. Send it right back into the corner. Met there by Cameron Krause. Krause with the puck. Sends it behind the net towards McCoyan. Over for Brendan Hammer. Hammer now brings it in with a shot. Saved by Upcheka, who hangs on with 18:34 to go here in the third period. Face off to the left. The goaltender Jakub Upcheka. Little Earth, Wind, and Fire. Could have continued to play that. That's a good song. Picked up by Stone. Wraps it around the boards for Evangelista. Kept in. Shot goes wide. That was courtesy of Bobby Lease. Upcheka plays it for Luka Pivets, who's got the lone goal for the Jets. Up to Evangelista. Feeds it to Jackson Stone. Stone with a shot. Blocked by Kleber. Gets a second chance with a shot. And Glacidi fought it off. Isaac Bunk with a shot. Blocked there by Lease. Keeps it in. Bunk steps up, trying to feed it over to Pivets. Found Jackson Stone. Over to Tyler Fleming. Fleming with a shot. Deflected. Up and out of play. And a lucky fan from New Baltimore, Michigan, going to pick up a souvenir puck. See, Q doesn't get to hear this. So to explain that, if you haven't heard the explanation before, that is a tribute to the late, great Ernie Harwell, the longtime voice of the Detroit Tigers. Whenever a baseball would go up in the crowd, a lucky fan from Pick a City would get a souvenir puck. That is my tribute to the great Ernie Harwell. Picked up by Chase Martin, sends it across. Majeski will try to feed it to Cote. Catalano up to Ethan Gray. Sidesteps Martin. Upcheka knocks it away. Martin feeds it up. And it goes all the way down into the Cherokee zone. Cormier goes after it. Evan Cote's right there. Picked up by Ian Ingersoll. Ingersoll now to Wilson. Knocked away by Patterson, but sent right back in by Ingersoll. Jake Taylor. Taylor, long stretch pass to Majeski. Majeski with a shot off the blocker of Glacidi. And the puck comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Enric Fournier for Jake Blum as Trevin Johnson meets him at the puck. Jake Myers grabs it. Over a shot. Save made by Upcheka. Point blank opportunity by Nollet. And Charlie Nollet back over to Myers with a shot. Save made. Rebound. Goes up behind. Goes just wide of the net. And now Ryder Novak going back after it. Picked up by T. Glacidi. Novak knocks him off the puck. Nice play by Novak. Allows Joel Patterson to get in to help out. Patterson picks the pocket. Sent it out in front. Was looking for Novak. Trevin Johnson had it. Lost it there to Coulter. Comes back to Enric Fournier. Fournier comes back with it. Picked off there by Nollet. Nice pickpocket. Nollet to Myers with a shot. Goes wide. Edwards looking able to keep it in, and he does. Patterson overstepped the puck. Myers with a shot. Goes wide. Kleber keeps it in. Bouncing puck goes wide of Upcheka. Picked up by A.J. Zaccani. Zaccani overstepped the puck, but able to retrieve it. Fournier now brings it in. Henrik Fournier sends it towards the net, sticked away, and out of play. And a lucky fan from Marysville, Michigan, picks up a souvenir puck. Shots 2-2. 15:41 to go here in the third period. 1-1 tie between the MetroJets and Toledo Cherokee. Martin feeds it out in front. Dangerous pass, but Zaccani is able to bail out his teammate. Zaccani now to Gabe Outman. Outman around Kraus, but the puck goes to Weimer. Zaccani couldn't keep it in. Comes back to Chase Martin. Over to Jake Taylor. Taylor off the boards. Found Kleber, who sends it right back in. The delayed offside. Upcheka for Taylor. He'll try again. Jake Taylor, backhand pass to Zaccani. Hopped over a stick, picked up by Hammer, but nice play by Zaccani to knock it back into the zone. Gomboski sends it in on Lasiti, who sticks it aside. Kleber intercepted by Zaccani. Over to Gabe Outman. Outman now to Gomboski. Back to Outman with a shot. Just missed. Tyler Fleming keeps it in. Fleming sends it over the corner for Gomboski. Gomboski trying to feed to Bunk, but was knocked away there by Brendan Hammer. Jace Weimer grabs it. Picked off there by Tyler Fleming. They collide on the boards. Picked up by Isaac Bunk. Bunk off the boards into the neutral zone. Ingersoll sends it right back in. Tyler Fleming goes back after. Pressure by Landon Wharton. Fleming for Gomboski. Still kept in the Jet zone. Bunk trying to wrap it around. Upcheka bails out his defenseman. Comes back to Cormier. Cormier looking for Lees with a shot. Bouncing puck off the right shoulder of Jakub Upcheka. And the puck goes all the way down into the Cherokee zone. Icing will be the call. 14:03 to go in the third period. Jets living dangerously in their defensive zone. But Jakub Upcheka continues to shine between the pipes for the Jets. Jackson Stone takes the draw against Jamison Rose. Been very good today in faceoffs, and he wins another one. Back over to Cormier. Cormier sends it over to the corner. Isaac Bunk will grab it. Bunk pressured there by Bobby Lees. Lees one-handed pass to Cormier. Now to Wharton. Wharton sends it towards the net. Upcheka with a couple pad saves as Lees was right there. Picked up by Fleming to Gomboski. Gomboski lobs it for Pivets, and it touched the net. So face off, right back in the Jet zone. $13:39 to go here in the third period. So a little miscommunication on the line change. Jets not allowed to make a change since they were the cause of the stoppage, with the puck deflecting up in the netting. So Jackson Stone will take the draw for the Jets. Wins it back for Fleming. Most pinching in was Jake Myers. Myers looking for Nolet. Comes back to McCoyan. McCoyan over for Myers. Myers with a shot. Just missed the corner. Picked up by Gomboski. Lobs into the neutral zone. Now the Jets can go for a line change. McCoyan for Myers for Nolet. Trying to catch the Jets in a line change. Nolet with a shot into the big paw of Jakub Upcheka, who hangs on with 13:13 to go here in the third period. We said it before, we'll say it again. Jakub Upcheka, he gives off those Rostislav Efremov vibes, who was just a thorn in the Cherokee side the last year and a half. Shot there, save made by Upcheka, and he'll hang on again. Now, earlier today, I threw a medicine ball at Jakub Upcheka. He saved it. One of the big ones that Jamie had, just threw it at him. Just to see if he was ready. He was. Face off to his right. Majeski wins the draw. Back to Fournier. Fournier to Evan Cote. for Ryder Novak. Novak to Majewski. Hopped over a stick of a skate. And a penalty coming to the Jets. And the Toledo Cherokee will go on the power play for the first time today. As Evan Cote heads off, 2-minute minor for slashing. And Toledo's pretty good in the power play, 29.8%, 26 power play goals in 87 opportunities with a man advantage. Well, the MetroJets, 86% in the penalty kill, have scored 6 shorthanded goals this season. So just like with the MetroJets Foundation power play going up against Toledo's penalty kill, it's a clash of the Titans again. This time the Toledo Cherokee power play going up against the take it to the mat Michigan athlete training penalty kill for the MetroJets. Zaccani's soft pass to Sharon. Sharon killing off some time. Back to Chase Martin. Martin with a puck. Good idea in theory to kill off a valuable time in his power play. And Jake Taylor up to Sharon, who couldn't get it out. Tank Davis pass is knocked away by A.J. Zaccani. Kraus brings it in. Jake Taylor grabs it. Looking for Sharon. Found Brandon Hammer instead. Sharon over to Zaccani. Sharon trying to wrap it around the boards for Jake Taylor, and he does. And Taylor's going to skate out with it. Taylor just lobs it into the Cherokee zone. Picked up by Landon Edwards. Picked off there by Charlie Nolet. Nolet now with the puck. Johnson now. Sidesteps Evangelista. Sends it in the corner for Nolet. Back two. And misplayed there. And here come the Jets. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Stone with the puck. Stone for Evangelista with a backhand shot off the side of the net. And here come the Cherokee back the other way. Picked up by Trevin Johnson. Johnson now pressured by the 9 of Isaac Bonk, and he'll bring it in. Bonk now with a puck. Allowing the Jets to make a couple changes. Great take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill by the Jets. And icing the call. So both teams 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. .49 to go here in the third period. 1-1 tie. Both goals coming in the first period. As Sutton Majewski will take the draw against Charlie Nolet, who started the year with the Markham Royals, the OJHL. Spent a season and a quarter with the Royals before coming back home to play with the Cherokee for the former Bell Tire product. Comes back to Chase Martin in his own zone. Martin will bring it in. Martin threw almost everybody. Couldn't get the shot off. And Jake Taylor has to bring it out in the neutral zone. Sends it back to Martin. Chase Martin, bouncing puck on Lasiti, who has to play it over for Ian Ingersoll. McCowan for Bobby Lease. Looking for Catalano and got him. Soft shot there. Upchecka makes the save. Picked up by Fournier for Cote, who deflects it. And icing the call. 10:04 to go here in the third. One of those classic chess matches between the MetroJets and Toledo Cherokee. Cherokee taking over first place in the Great Lakes Division last night with their 7-2 victory over the Fresh Coast Freeze. Bouncing puck, and Upchecka didn't see it to the last second and makes the save. 10 minutes even remaining here in the third period. face off to the left. A goaltender, Jakub Obcheka, his glove side. Now important draw win by the Cherokee. Kleber through a screen and he scores! Mia caught a deflection as Toledo up 2-1. And it was Cameron Krause celebrating his 150th career regular season game. Picks up a huge goal. Has Krause, the 20-year-old from Channahon, Illinois, his 16th goal of the season. And the Toledo Cherokee have retaken the lead by a score of 2-1. Huge goal by Cameron Krause. Another shot there, almost got by. Here come the Jets. Now they trail again. As Cameron Krause, his 16th of the season, from Logan Kleber at 10:06, has given the Cherokee a 2-1 lead. Isaac Bunk to a wide open Ryan Glomboski. Glomboski brings it in, backhand shot, saved by Lasiti, rebound, and Lasiti covers it with 9:17 to go here in the third period. Picked up there by the Cherokee, trying to feed Ethan Gray. Gray battles a former teammate, Isaac Bunk, both former Motor City Gamblers. Venturini's shot, sticked away by Obcheka. Bouncing puck behind the net. Tyler Fleming kicks it over, intercepted by Ethan Gray. Cherokee smelling blood in the water now with 8:50 to go here in the third period. Venturini with the puck, feeds it up to Landon Edwards at the point. Edwards with a shot through a screen, and Obcheka makes a save with 8:39 to go here in the third period. It was Cameron Krause, his 16th of the season, from Logan Kleber at 10:06. Picked up by Edwards. For Lasiti, Teague Lasiti. Younger brother goaltender Daxton Lasiti. Puck is loose in front of Obcheka and then dug out by Sutton Majeski. Over to Evan Cote. Had it knocked away. Majeski feeds it back to Jake Taylor. Taylor over to Martin, trying to catch the Cherokee in a line change. Martin puts on the brakes. Over for Cote. Cote feeds it across, sticked away by Lasiti. Was looking for the pass to Gabe Outman. Landon Edwards. Pressured by Taylor. What a shot there by Rose. Knocked away by Cote. Lease keeps it in. Sends it behind the net. Jake Taylor goes after it. 7:55 to go here in the third. Jets trail 2-1. Picked up by Lasiti. Over to Cormier. Jake Cormier now brings it out. Sides up to Zaccani, who knocks it away. Jamison Rose will back in and hop off the stanchion to A.J. Zaccani's stick, and he'll bring it in. Here comes Zaccani. Double team there by Ingersoll as well as Johnson. Comes back to Aiden Sharon. Knocked away by Jamison Rose. And now here comes Trevin Johnson. Johnson now with the puck. Johnson lost the wheel, still got the shot off, and crashes hard into the boards. A little slow to get up. Johnson trying to shake that off. He went hard into the boards. As Fournier up to Aiden Sharon. Sharon now. Double teamed again. Myers around with Myers and Nolet. As Sharon and Myers collide. Comes back to Bunk. Isaac Bunk sends it back. Looking for the shot pass. Oh, shot Zaccani with a shot. Save. Rebound. Scores! Ryan Glomboski ties the game for the MetroJets. A pass off the rebound, and Glomboski, the 20-year-old from Macomb, Michigan, his 11th goal of the season. And we're tied again at 2. Big goal, big response by the MetroJets. As Ryan Glomboski has tied this game. And a penalty coming. It's on Isaac Bunk. As Brendan Hammer hard into the boards. It was Ryan Glomboski, his 11th goal of the season from A.J. Zaccani at 13-11. Just 3 minutes and 5 seconds after Cameron Krause gave Toledo the 2-1 lead. Glomboski's 11th from Zaccani at 13-11. And now Isaac Bunk heads to the box. 2-minute monitor for interference. Will put the Cherokee in their second power play of the day. As the MetroJets, 1 for 1, on the take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Big draw win there by Krause. Wharton off the pass from Davis. Comes back to Cormier. Cormier to Wharton. Wharton to Krause behind the net. Krause trying to feed it out in front. Puck is loose. And Upcheka makes the save. Cormier back over to Krause. Top of the face-off circle. Knocked away by Jackson Stone. And now Sandro Evangelista off to the races with Cormier. But got a little bit of help from Hank Davis. Here comes Davis. Knocked away by Chase Martin. And Martin gets it out of the neutral zone, offside. The call, 6:11 to go here in the third period. Shots 12-8 in favor of the Cherokee in this third period. 35-29 overall. Face off in the neutral zone in front of the Jets bench. Charlie Nolet against Aiden Sharon. And Nolet won that draw to Edwards, who sends it in. Delayed offside. Picked up by Jake Blum. Plenty of time. Blum. Now he'll send it down. Long shot off the stick of Lasiti. Picked up by Landon Edwards. Edwards will bring it in. Feeds it back to Jake Myers. Myers into the Jet zone. Knocked away by Fournier. Gathers it back up. Wraps it around for Nolet, but Sharon is there. Sharon trying to get it out. Gets a little bit with Zaccani, who knocks it in the neutral zone. Picked up by Trevin Johnson. Back over to Myers in the neutral zone. Knocked away by Fournier. And Fournier will send it in. Bouncing puck on Lasiti, who wisely hangs on with 5:22 to go here in the third period. Seeing a shot like that go between the legs past the goaltender at the USPHL Midwest Showcase last month. It was Cincinnati Cyclones, Chicago T-Rex. As Stone off the face-off. Lasiti makes a save. And that ended up being the game-winning goal in that game. Just heartbreak for Lee Lansdowne of the Cincinnati Cyclones. Cormier battles there with Outman. Jets killing off valuable time on this penalty kill. Outman right to Stone as was poked away by Lasiti. Stone still able to keep it in. Still more valuable time being clicked off. Cameron Krause sends it in the neutral zone. Stone sends it right back into the Cherokee end. Cormier lost the wheel. And that's just going to about do it. The MetroJets 2 for 2 now. They'll take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Both teams back to full strength. Hank Davis brings it in, circles over to McCoy and knocked away by Majeski. Davis pressured by Majeski. Get a little extra pressure from Peavitz. And Davis knocks it in to the Jet zone. That could be icing, and it is. With 4:21 to go here in the third period. Add a second assist to Aiden Sharon on the Glomboski goal. So that goal should read, Ryan Glomboski is 11th of the season from A.J. Zaccani and Aiden Sharon at 13-11 to tie this game for the Jets. Picked up there by Coulter. Kept in by Bunk with a shot and gloved down by Daxton Lasiti. One of those classic MetroJet Toledo Cherokee goaltender duels between Jakub Upcheka and Daxton Lasiti. Sutton Majeski gets Jamison Rose. Rose wins that draw. Rose has been so good today on faceoffs for the Cherokee. 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Bouncing puck. Bobby Lees grabs it. Lees puts on the brakes. Waits for reinforcements. Sends it across for Weimer. Now picked off by Majeski. 3 on 2.5. Was knocked away. Rose goes back the other way. Jamison Rose looking for Jace Weimer. Off of the linesman. And that hurts. I've had that happen more than once. That hurts. Referees and linesmen not padded as well as a player. He may need to go see Dave Ross after the game. As Catalano up to Nolet. Nolet trying to get around Fournier. Poked away there. Never got the shot off. Zaccani battles there with Johnson. Too far for Nolet. Jake Blum for Fournier behind the net. Fournier leads it there for A.J. Zaccani. Zaccani sidesteps. Myers gets a little bit of help from Fournier. 2:55 to go here in the third period. 2-2 tie to the MetroJets and Toledo Cherokee. Zaccani, nice sidestep, kicks it for Sharon, but was knocked away by Ian Ingersoll. Sharon goes back after it. Cormier's there first. Over to Trevin Johnson. Johnson cross-ice pass to Nalé. Charlie Nalé brings it in. Pressure on the puck by Martin. Garrers it back up. Knocked away. Bouncing puck goes wide. Trevin Johnson now to Cormier. Over to Ingersoll. Back over to Johnson with a shot. Blocked there by Chase Martin. 2 on 1.5. Make it 2. Martin brings it in with a shot. Gloved down by Lasiti. With 2:17 to go here in the third period. Just one of those classic MetroJets Toledo Cherokee chess matches. Isaac Bonk in the corner. Jackson Stone grabs it. Stone cross eyes looking for Sandro Evangelista. Set found Teague Lasiti. Lasiti feeds it up. No one home. Pair of number 9s go after it. Isaac Bunk and Brendan Hammer. Over to Tyler Fleming. Now to Evangelista to Jackson Stone. Stone goes after it. Landon Edwards is there. Edwards drops it around the boards. Too far for Evangelista. Here comes Brendan Hammer. Hammer now to Hank Davis. Davis brings it in. Shot there up high. Off the glass and Fournier. Soft pass to Evangelista to Peavitz. Here comes Luca Peavitz. Waits for reinforcements. Sends it across to Jackson. Stone with a shot. Sticked away by Lasiti. Back over to Fournier with a drive. Goes wide. Jake Blum goes back after it. Picked off there by Cameron Krause, who briefly gave his Cherokee a 2-1 lead earlier in this third period. Sends it in as him and Novak were intertwined. Bouncing puck. Picked off there by Wharton, who sends it in. Blum to Novak for Gabe Altman. Less than a minute remaining here in the third. Altman had it knocked away. Here come the Cherokee back the other way. Novak grabs it. Keeps it in for now. Cross ice pass to Landon Wharton in front of the Toledo bench. He'll send it in. Upcheka plays the puck. Too far for Martin. Picked off by Wharton. Send it right back into the corner. Jake Taylor goes after it. Pressure there by Jameson's Rose. Altman feeds it to Zaccani, who's got speed. A.J. Zaccani brings it in with a shot. Save there by Lasiti. Zaccani feeds it up. Shot by Majeski and gloved down by Lasiti with 23.6 seconds left here in the third period. You know, both teams wouldn't be mad about going to overtime. It's an extra point in that just congested Great Lakes division right now. Top 4 teams separated by just 5 points. right in front. Sharon through the legs, went just wide. Couldn't bring it to his forehand in time. Taylor, there's a Connie looking for Gomboski and deflected up in the netting and out of play. Yeah, neither team wouldn't be mad about going to overtime. Every point matters. As the Jets reaching a halfway point of the regular season today. Sharon feeds it out in front. Just missed the top corner. And the puck sent down. Deflected. And we're going to overtime. 60 minutes is not enough. Both teams will get a point. And again, both teams, they're fine with going to overtime. Shots on goal in the third period. Toledo with 12, 3-period total of 35. Jets with 14, 3-period total of 35. So here's how it works. We'll skate 3-on-3 for the next 5 minutes. The teams will switch sides. If that doesn't work, we'll go to a best-of-3 shootout. If that doesn't work, we go to sudden death shootout until the cows come home. We could be here for a while, especially with these two teams. Everything is even. Shots, goals, my goodness. Pete Kamick pacing the floor here on the flight deck. So the teams will switch sides. The MetroJets wearing the home blues with a white and red trim. They'll be skating left to right here in overtime. While the Toledo Cherokee from Toledo, Ohio, wearing the road whites with the black shoulders, red and gray trim. They'll be skating right to left on your Black Bear TV dial. Second game in a row here at Mount Cummins Ice Arena that goes to overtime. Should be extra pay, I think. That's just an opinion. If you go to overtime, you should get extra pay. Jackson Stone, Luca Pevich, Jake Taylor for the Jets. Charlie Nolay, Jake Myers, Jake Cormier for the Toledo Cherokee, and here we go. Stone picks it up. Nolay was right there. Jake Myers grabs it, knocked out the puck by Jake Taylor in a battle of Jakes. Jackson Stone brings it in for Jake Taylor. Taylor with a shot, just went wide. Luca Pevich brings it in the neutral zone, knocked away. He'll go back after it. Cormier gets there first. Pevich pressuring Jake Cormier. Cormier nowhere to go. Trying to feed it over to Nolay. Picked off by Jake Taylor. Taylor now to Stone. Stone back to Taylor. A.J. Zaccani comes down the ice. Stone goes off. Majeski comes back. Now to Zaccani, who's got a burst of speed. A.J. Zaccani with a shot. Scores! Game over! A.J. Zaccani, the overtime hero for the MetroJets, who win by a score of 3-2. My goodness! A.J. Zaccani has put the dagger into the Toledo Cherokee with a game-winning goal and an assist, and he is your Ocean Blue Development Player of the Game. My goodness! Overtime, A.J. Zaccani. Shots on goal in the overtime. Toledo with none for a game total of 35. With the MetroJets with 2. Game total of 37. A.J. Zaccani is 10th of the season from Jake Taylor and Jackson Stone at 54 seconds of overtime. And the MetroJets have won it by a score of 3-2. Ocean Blue Development, 3 stars of the game. Number 3 star for the Toledo Cherokee. 37 shots, 34 saves. Toledo goaltender Daxton Lasiti. number 2 star of the game. 35 shots, 33 saves. MetroJets goaltender number 82, Jakub Cheka. And your number 1 star of the game-winning goal in overtime, as well as 1 assist for the MetroJets, the 3 of A.J. Zakani. As him and Cheka collide. And Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar is going to talk to the man. Well, you might want to look behind you first. There you go. Oh, Sarah got nailed there, didn't you? The overtime hero for the MetroJets, the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, A.J. Zakani, standing by with Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So, AJ, you had that overtime goal. Can you tell us about it?
It was a good look for JT. We were working on it all day in practice yesterday, and it finally paid off. You know, I think Jamie was a little frustrated with how we did our 3-on-3, so I'm glad it worked out a little bit this time, especially with the last overtime we had against them.
So what was it like ending the weekend with such a big win?
It's good. It's good. I'm glad we worked really hard this week. You know, we had the game against Fresh Coast. We did our job there, and I'm just so happy for this team. Obi played a great game. The defenseman played a really good game. I mean, oh, man, it's good to beat Toledo.
Well, great job today. Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and congratulations to A.J. Zakani, the overtime hero for the MetroJets, who have defeated the Toledo Cherokee by a score of 3-2. With the win, the MetroJets climb to 17 wins, 4 losses, no overtime losses, 1 shootout, 35 points, 1 point behind the Columbus Mavericks and Red River Spartans, who are tied for second. Both of those teams play later tonight. The Toledo Cherokee fall to 19-3, 1-0, 39 points on the season. But the Jets, 4 points back of the Cherokee with 1 game in hand and 1 point back of the Spartans and the Mavericks in a very claustrophobic USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Both teams will head to the 2025 USPHL Chicago Showcase, which all can be watched live here on Black Bear TV, USPHL Plus. Next game for the Jets will be at the USPHL Chicago Showcase. It doesn't get any easier for the MetroJets. Their first game next Friday, December 12th, at the Summit Ice Center in Lockport, Illinois. They have a date, the Jets with the Minnesota Squats, the current leaders in the USPHL Premier North Division. On behalf of all of us, the MetroJets Hockey Club, for Pete Kamick, Justin Kinville, Jamie Lovell, Jake Howie, Danny Vanderweel, Randy Wilson, Paulie Sheridan, Mac McKinder, Mike Sutt, Joey Muller, Matt Naiman, who had to leave us today, for his son Tyler Naiman, and from Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club, honors reporter Sarah Vassar. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club, saying goodnight. Final score in overtime, MetroJets 3, Toledo Cherokee 2. You've been watching MetroJets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. Good night, everybody.